Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening process. Today I have a bit of a questionnaire for you to help you identify if you are an indigo soul, an indigo child, indigo person. What is an indigo? An indigo is a unique type of soul that has come here essentially, fundamentally, to disrupt the status quo. They are a rebel, an outlier, someone who has a strong desire to be their unique selves and different and implement change in this world that is in desperate need of big changes. Number one, do you have a unique worldview, a unique way of looking at things, interpreting and perceiving life that you understand is maybe a bit over the top unique and unusual, and therefore you keep it to yourself? Indigos are just very different. That's why it's almost challenging to make a video like this, because uniqueness perhaps is, they're just very, very unique individuals, and as a result they tend to march to the beat of their own drum, and they just see things really differently than most normal people. But they also understand that they can perceive the way people engage among themselves, that they might not understand where they're coming from. So you kind of have this awesome uniqueness that is somewhat, for a lot of us, it's been hidden most of our lives. I'm guessing you question authority. You're very critical of anyone who presents themselves as an authority. You say, who are you to be an authority? What makes you special? You're not quick, you're not a follower. You can't follow. You just have this inner confidence. Whether you struggle with anxiety and insecurity aside, you have a knowing that we're all special, that people who position themselves in places of authority aren't usually living up to the facade that they present to the world. And you don't care for authority, man. You're always questioning. You're not one to just blindly follow the herd and do what you're told. You're the antithesis of that herd, that mindset, that hive mindset. Number three, do you stand up for what you know to be right, what feels right in your heart, in your soul, in your being? You might struggle when it comes time. Like sometimes there are situations that present themselves to you in your life where it calls for someone to maybe stand up and say something or do something, or kind of push outside that comfort zone to stand up for what's right. And you might feel held back, you might have the anxiety and the fear, but an indigo soul will just do it anyway, even though it's hard. You have this energy, this indigo, fiery, passionate energy that, even though it's oftentimes obscured by your typical human conditioning, it will flare up at times. And times like I just mentioned, especially when there is someone who could use a powerful soul such as yourself to maybe stick up for them or something similar. Number four, indigos by now are well aware that there's a mass awakening taking place on the planet, that human beings are going through an immense transformation of their consciousness, and the implications are just freaking mind-boggling and staggering to consider. And you know that, you're aware of that. That doesn't sound crazy to you. You already know that. You're down with it. You understand what's going on and transpiring. I don't really need to say much more. Number five, I would ask you this: are you lonely? Do you feel, because again you march to the beat of your own drum, that you just really don't fit in anywhere? You can't really help but be yourself. So the idea of diluting your way of self-expression as a means of fitting into the crowd, whether you've done that a little bit throughout your whole life or not, it's just not something that's sustainable to you. You can't. And the consequence of that is you feel very lonely, very isolated. No one gets you. No one understands you. You don't even understand yourself sometimes. It's not easy. Most rebel, renegade, indigo types of souls have this Achilles heel, this affliction of loneliness, longing to find other people like them, but they're few and far between. Number 6, do you feel frustrated with the clearly unquestioned, dysfunctional, repressive, societal norms that you see everywhere you turn? Most people, not most, some people have a semblance of awareness that things are a little bit, stifling collectively to the human spirit. Like, well, it is what it is. That's not how you feel. It bugs you, it frustrates you, it infuriates you. You have this indignation. You can't stand the structures, the hypocrisy that is in place, that has its the puppet masters of the world, essentially. It drives you crazy because you see it. Similar to some of the other ones we went over, it conflicts with what you know in your being to be truth, to be right, to be a human right. The human rights of every individual are being dramatically suppressed, and it bothers you. It's not something you can ignore. Another reason you feel maybe a little bit isolated, because not everyone feels that same passion and enthusiasm. Lastly, number 7, do you feel that you have come here? Do you feel a sense of purpose, a sense of duty, a sense of obligation, like you're on some kind of mission? You come here at this highly unique time in history to, I know, frustrating. A lot of times the Indigos don't know what their mission is, and it eats them up and drives them crazy. But you know it's there. It's something you might have tried to even suppress at times because it drives you crazy, because you have that longing and thirst to find it, and yet you still haven't. But that's what this is all about for you Indigos. You're here to find that and then simply do it, be it. A lot of it has nothing to do with any sort of formal mission. You just came here to be yourself, to be your unique self, to shed all of the self-limiting beliefs and the conditioning that has been imposed upon you, and then allow your indigo spirit, your fiery energy, just to shine in whatever way that you feel like expressing it. There is no specific purpose. Your purpose is to do what you want to do, and to have the courage to actually do it. In the face of what you're going to find will be a lot of resistance. The world is in desperate need of the people who identify with this rebellious indigo nature to step up to the plate and be themselves, no matter what people say, do, or think. So the purpose of this video was not at all to help you take some sort of comfort in the cozy definition of an indigo person. My guess is that the indigos watching don't give a shit about the label. But my invitation to you is to embrace your nature, to courageously express your truth. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that little questionnaire. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Victor. Have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon. Namaste.